Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGenEd. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts and going over some options data. Let's look at Rivian. This is the $25 call expiring January 16th. This is one that I am also not in, have not traded. But I do think that maybe, bottom could be in coming up soon. We'll have to see. We have seen some spikes in volume, open interest going up. But yeah, stock price and premium price coming down. So yeah, let's look over at the chart and then over at the unusual whales data. And so here, looking at the Rivian chart. And so this to me, I've got lots of stuff, lots of crap drawn up here. Maybe actually, though, it is finding support. The 200-day moving average is at 12.48. That's what we closed at. So maybe there is some support being found there. But generally, we did see this big move up, and it's just putting in lower highs and kind of lower lows. Maybe this is a bull flag consolidation and it's going to break out, especially with earnings coming up on the 20th. So that's probably a couple Thursdays from now, given that Friday is the 21st. Not sure if this is before or after the market closes, but since it has progressively been moving down, this Fibonacci retracement, and so I can just adjust that, we see the 50% retracement at 1307 now trading below it, so I can remove that. And we did come down to the 618 and the 65% retracement at 12 to 1223. That's the golden pocket there. Did test that. Maybe that holds. Benefit of the doubt. Let's leave it up there. But if that doesn't hold, coming down to 1103, that's where I got my alert set. I think that could be possible, and that could be corresponding with earnings. So I think it's good to not fall in love with a stock. And so I am not falling in love with this one, and I'm actually going to make the line a little bit thicker on those retracements. I know it's a little bit cluttered here, but I'm going to kind of delete some of those levels. And yeah, I could remove those moving averages, but perhaps it's good for me to get used to looking at them. Maybe there's some hopium support there. I think it's probably going lower. And to kind of validate whether or not that claim could be true, let's look over at the data here. Not going to look specifically at this individual contract, just looking over at all of them over here. We can see that volume was positive, increasing in a number of contracts held on Friday, February 7th. But then over the course of the last part of the day, last couple hours, we do see, or hour and a half, we do see that volume did drop. And with that, we can see that the net call premium was negative, so that's bearish. Net put premium was positive, but then did get a bit of a sell-off, so maybe that's a little bit of a good sign towards the end of the day. But overall, we can see that net put premium increased by almost $61,000 versus net call premium came down by nearly $280,000. So both of those are bearish. And if we do look at the bear bull slider just above my head there, it is more on the bearish side, but only 46%, but about 50, so about 50-50. But generally the data does suggest bearish. But let's look at over the past 14 days. Maybe that's going to shed some light on what's going on here. We do see this big increase in call premium on January 24th. That was an increase of call premium by 1.4 million, whereas on that day net put premium came down by about $146,000. And so that was net bullish on that day. But following that, we've really just seen calls, the green here being, on the negative side of this zero line that you see where the cursor is. And so, yeah, I still feel like this is probably going lower. We don't see, but we do see, we don't see puts increasing. We do see them decreasing. And so maybe that does suggest that a bottom is near, but not just yet. And what would suggest the bottom being in would be net put premium being negative, selling of puts, taking profits, and the net call premium being positive consistently. And we're just not seeing that yet, so I don't think a bottom is in just yet on Rivian.